I have a lot of people in my DMs asking, oh, Joyce, where we are interested in this American dream, we want to come and work in America, but where do we start from? Thought about it and I said the best response is to start by getting all your documents together. And then these are the important documents you have to make ready before you even start the process. Some it will be needed in the middle, some it will be needed at the beginning. But I would say that just to prevent any issues, back and forth, delayance, just try as much as possible and get the ultimate documents you need is a valid passport. And when I say a valid passport, know that this process can take a while. It can take like between 2 to 3 years. So if your passport is like 1 year into expiring, make sure that you have enough time for you to use the same passport to do the whole process, apply for everything, and then use another that same passport to travel. Some people say it is easier. You just need to let them know that you've changed your passport, it expired and blah, blah, blah. But I feel like just to do away with all these back and forth, try as much as possible that you have a valid passport that is in date and that has enough time so that when you start the process, you don't have to worry about getting another passport. And then somebody is asking, oh, but the passport is what I'm going to, like the final part is when I will need the passport to travel. No, that is not it. So when you will need a passport, you need a passport for as a form of identification. When you are starting the process, you will need your passport several times even before you go for your visa. So please make sure you do have a valid passport to begin with. And the next one that is also necessary is birth certificate, an original one that is accepted in your country that you can use for everything. Because I think when you are doing your evaluation of your documents and everything, they ask for your birth certificate as well. And then when you are also going for the visa, they ask for your birth certificate as well. So please make sure that you have that somewhere. Get a file, put all these documents in so that as soon as you get to a point and they ask for it, you just pull it out so you don't have to be going back and forth. Another important document is the WASI results or SHS results or an equivalent of it. So as part of the evaluation process, so now we have a lot of evaluators, like CGFNS, ERES, and others. They ask you to bring all these documents, so they basically evaluate it. And one of them is your WASI results, an equivalent of like a high school sort of exam that you did before you went to university or you went to the nursing training college or something. So they would ask for that and evaluate. Mind you, they take into consideration the name and the arrangement on the birth certificate and the date of birth. They must be the same as in your passport and in all other certificates. Even if there is a problem with your date of birth or your name arrangement on the WASI results, it can never be changed. You can't change it. So I advise that you find a way to go about it, okay? Some of these evaluation companies, what they do is that after a period of 10 years, they waive WASI results, so they wouldn't necessarily require you to submit it. However, some of them ask, even though it will be waived, they still want to see it before it's waived, so that they know that at least you did it. I know some people relax because we find the system where you get your WASI results online. People don't go to their schools to get an original copy. Try as much as possible and get the original copy with you so that you don't have to struggle. And the next document that you would need is your school certificate. It has the type of degree you did, completion date. Please make sure you have your school certificate with these documents that you are trying to get. The next document that you need is an active nursing license. When I say active, I mean nursing licenses in other countries that you've worked. So for instance, when I was coming here, I had to make sure that my Ghanaian nursing license was active and my UK nursing was active. and make sure that there is no penalties or anything on your license is clean and is active so that you can use it. There are ways that you can keep your license active. So ideally, I'm working here in the United States. I can still keep my UK license active by renewing my license and telling them I'm working in another country. They will ask for proof, and if that is the truth, they show everything shows that indeed I'm working in another country. They validate it, and that license becomes active. So every country that you have worked in, so far as you are working actively with an active license in another country, you can make that license active by letting them know that you are working in another country. So make sure that you have every country that you've worked as and practiced as a nurse, you have their license, make it active, and then you submit it as well. Another thing is, if you are married, you would need your marriage certificate. So I know most people don't get their certificate right after, and then I mean, sometimes you feel like, oh, the marriage is the most important thing. I'm with this person, but you might not even chase the certificate up. Please make sure you have that, and you have that with your documents, because at every point at when they start applying and making all your documents, before you even go for the visa, they will need your marriage certificate. And at the interview at the consulate's office, you would also need the marriage certificate, because they are going to ask about it. So make sure that you have it. You have all the names correctly spelled, and everything is intact on the marriage certificate. And another thing that you need is an updated resume. So with your CV, you can have it as a hard copy, and that helps you as well, because when you are updating your profile or starting up your profile with your evaluation body, they're going to ask you to either upload your CV or type it out. So once you have an updated CV already printed out or already saved in your document, it helps and it saves you the time to update everything on the system. So guys, make sure your updated CV is also part of your documents. And one important thing that I feel like it has become a problem for people is making sure to gazette any name change and any discrepancies on your documents. So for instance, as I was talking about the WASI results, where sometimes if the name arrangement and the date of birth does not tally with what your original is, make sure that you have a gazette to prove that it's the same person, because mistakes do happen, human errors do happen. So once you have a gazette, it takes time to get it. So don't wait and get to the point where you are asked to present it and then you can't provide it, or you have to apply for it and it has to take like 6 weeks to get it. You can avoid all these, and all this time will be time wasted. I remember when I was in the uni, we struggled, especially those of us with 3 names, we struggle with the name arrangements. Like, even if you get it right, at some point, it's either your school certificate, it's either your passport, either your birth certificate. There was something with the name arrangement, and which there was this lecturer who was so hard on us, and we couldn't even understand why she was doing that. But then later in life, when we started needing these things and the arrangement started becoming issues, people were complaining that they said it wasn't the same person and stuff. We really appreciated what she did. So please make sure that you try as much as possible and get a gazette to support these documents that you have a discrepancy with. Some could be either a date of birth or something, but get that gazette in, or affidavit, okay? The last document that I would talk about would be your police report. But I would say that you don't necessarily have to be in a rush to get this police report, because police report is valid for a certain period of time, like 6 months, and you have to get a new one. So just know where and how to go about it when you need to purchase or get your police report. And if you are in Ghana, for instance, and now you are in UK, once you start this process, every country that you've lived in for more than 6 months, they're going to ask for a police report from that country. So make sure that you have ways and means of getting all these police reports sorted. So let's say if you are in UK and you were originally a Nigerian or Ghanaian, Make sure that you have a way of contacting police system back home to get you a police report. And then if you are in UK, also make sure it is not the DBS. There is another one that you request for these purposes. So make sure that you know how to go about it and get that sorted. Mind you, if you are going with your family, every family member like above 12, that's your spouse, will also need a police report. So please make sure that you get all your police reports sorted and where and how to go about it. With the active nursing license, when you get to the verification part between the Board of Nursing and the evaluation body, so what they do is that some ask you to upload your nursing certificate, but then the ultimate is they send you like a verification form to send to these nursing bodies so that they fill it out and then attach your transcript, and then they send it out to these evaluation bodies themselves with their official stamp, their official envelope. If you are not there yet, and then you get your nursing license, you are getting your documents and everything sorted, make sure that you know how to contact your nursing and midwifery council when it comes to these verifications. Know who to contact. Find all these numbers, find all these connections and links that you need to know. For UK, I know it's very easy. You can do it online. But then back home in Africa, I don't know how the online system works. For mine, when I was doing mine, I had to get somebody to contact. And not just that, even for your school certificate and for your transcript, make sure that you have your transcript at hand, printed with you. And then the school or the nursing body and the evaluation company would also ask that you send your transcript to them directly from the school and not from you. So they will send a verification to the school, the same thing as with the nursing and midwifery council. So guys, let me know what you want me to talk about and let me know what I missed out. And if anybody's done the process and is in the United States successfully, if there's anything that I missed, please put it in the comment section so that people, as people build their portfolio, build their documents and getting ready to start the process, they would know what to put it in. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Have a nice day. Bye.